Hello friends, followers, channel members, happy Friday. It's the start of the European Football Championships for those of you that are interested, which gives us the chance to try again. Our flight from yesterday, which went completely wrong, didn't it, with the Bing map data. Thankfully, I believe all those servers are, those issues have now been resolved, so hopefully we'll actually make it to Munich this afternoon. The weather in Edinburgh today is Scottish. It was quite nice yesterday. It doesn't look quite as nice today, but hopefully it will indeed go better. So we'll go through the operational flight plan as such. We are doing the exact same flight as yesterday. We had a call sign change though today, because I believe the call sign I was using has been taken by somebody else. So today we are Easy 47 Hotel November. I preferred yesterday's Easy 13 Juliet Charlie. That sounded a lot easier to roll off the tongue. So just before we go any further, actually, I can see you guys coming into the chat now. Thank you for joining us. We do have a little bit of housekeeping, as we, as I mentioned yesterday, we are slowly updating certain things with the channel, and so a couple of you already noticed you've got some new emojis, some new icons next to your name. If you are a lifetime member, that's not quite the right phrase, but if you have been a member of the channel for over 2 years now, you get the little EasyJet tail. So that's what that little that little icon now means. So it's just a way of showing that you are an elite channel member. So thank you guys in the chat that have those. We do also have new emojis as well available, so I'm not even sure how we conjure up the option to show those, but they are available. I'm going to try and sort that out maybe during the flight, but they are available to use. Of course, that is to our channel members as well. So welcome on board, guys. Welcome to a wet Edinburgh, where we're going to be taking our excited Scottish football fans down into Munich, and hopefully they will not get thrashed by Germany tonight. So welcome on board. Hey DC, hey Uncle Smusson, and Barry, of course. Thank you. Hello, Ash Taylor in the chat. DC, Andy, good to see you guys. Mad Strico as well. Shout out to those of you watching over on Twitch too, and of course everybody else that has that is coming into the chat this afternoon. So the original flight plan is already on screen. We're a little bit lighter than yesterday, which is these are all the football fans that have left it to the last minute to decide they're going to go. So we're underloaded by about 3 tons. Tailwind's not as good as yesterday, which means our flight time's a little bit longer. 1 hour 53 is the flight time today. Off of runway 24, shear rate is fine, expecting 26, right, that's fine. Plug fuel, a little bit more than yesterday, 7.2, CNR to Stuttgart, 2.3. Now, I'm just going to bring your attention to the MSA. I've got a small problem with the aircraft today. The GPWS system isn't working. We are allowed to dispatch without that, but certain conditions need to be met. Basically, it's crew awareness. So we need to just thoroughly brief things like minimum safe altitudes and all of that stuff. But in terms of the grid more than that, that's all fine as well. Nothing major there. Not flying over the Alps today. Weather in Munich looks lovely with light winds, good visibility, cav okay conditions basically. Just make sure that's going to stay that way. Winds light and variable, beautiful at the moment. And as the day progresses, winds getting up 130 at 3 knots. Yeah, it's nothing, is it? Tomorrow might get a little bit gusty, but that's of no consequence to us. All the alternates as well also alright as well, which is nice. Let's have a look at the weather. It was a bit interesting yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, so as we climb out and just having a look, we've got a bit of icing conditions and turbulence up to 19,000 feet, 519. We've then got this little area, here as we're flying out, although that's low level. We're not going to be worried about that. When we get to the high level, this is a bit more important. So just a bit of turbulence up to flight level 300, and then on the way down, Doesn't look too bad actually. Just quick looking what's it like when we're getting towards Munich. Just that little area. Again, some... where's it gone? Yeah, just some CB build-ups and things. But we don't have a working weather area either, so never mind. The no times today are pretty much exactly the same as yesterday, so nothing really changed just there. You may have noticed yesterday we were on a departure via Tower 6 Charlie. Well, that's quite new, and it actually says it here in the standard instrument departures. Look, standard instrument departure for Tower. Amended procedure availability, it's now available for jet aircraft. It didn't used to be. You used to have to use the GOZAM departure, but this is much better because you're not having to fly almost to Glasgow and then turn south. We can get straight out, which is beautiful. Love the fact that the no times as well for Munich now make a reference to Euro 2024. Basically, airport is busy, so we'll take some extra fuel for holdings and things like that. And I believe ATC is online in Munich as well because they're getting quite a lot of flights in this afternoon, which is great fun. So we will throw an extra ton of fuel on board. So what we'll do is we'll take 8.2. We'll take 8.2 tons, and that will be. That'll be fine. I'm sure. Let's go find our aircraft then. There it is. So I showed you this image yesterday, and the weather was beautiful. Today, as I said, it is most definitely Scottish. So traditional Scottish weather. I can't believe how cold it is in the UK at the moment. It's it's ridiculous. In fact, we needed to dry some washing for one of the kids this afternoon. I've put the heating on. I've actually put the heating on. That would go through me completely doing that in June normally. But there it is. Hey J-Hog, good to see you, my uncle. Hope you're doing well. Joe, mate, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Of course. Right, let's get on our aircraft then, and we'll get cracking. Oh, right. So, checking everything. Yeah, so, thing in the tech log, just confirmation there. We've got a GPS system fault, so we are going to turn that off as per what we need to do. So, GPWS system is in op for our flight today. Fuel pumps are put on external power at the moment. I'll just turn those down a little bit. Don't want to boil the Scottish fans. We'll also just turn that off as well. And AP obviously not running. And spoils flaps, parking brake, acupressure not yet in the green. Fine. Okay, let me grab the latest ATIS information. 13135. Great that we don't have those stutters that we had yesterday as well. Glad that's been fixed. Doesn't make tuning this any faster.
4. Acknowledge receipt of information Bravo and advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
What if the Scottish fans will be shouting
Edinburgh
Bravo tonight?
Information Bravo. Time 1250 Zulu Special. Runway in use 24 transition level 80. Expect radar vectoring to an ILS approach. Wind calm. Visibility 9 kilometers. Light rain. Few clouds at 2,300, 3,400 scattered, ceiling 4,900 overcast, temperature 13, dew point 11, altimeter 994. Acknowledge receipt of information Bravo and advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information.
Alright, so 994 is the QNH, 1228 currently on Unicom. Let's turn that off, don't need that. VHF2 should be monitoring the guard frequency, there we are. We'll listen to the cabin as well if they give us any calls. Turn up the lighting. Audio switching is fine. Thrust levers, engine mode, master selections, they're all good. And 994. Get the constraints on. Initial climb out for this departure is 6,000. Refueling is currently underway. Hey Pete, good to see you. Right, let's just set up the box then, shall we? Okay, let's do the unit request and just grab the tablet up on screen so we can see what we're doing. Alright, so easy 47 Hotel November. Rubbish call sign. Temperature 13. 30371. So how many football fanatics are actually in the chat tonight? Who's going to be watching every single game? I used to. I would still like to. I just don't have time anymore. 55, 56, 9, 70, fine. 321, 8, and 22. Okay. So stand 7. Exactly the same place we were yesterday. Oh, 370, 42. Okay, and departing off to 4. Joe says he hates football. Oh, you're going to hate the next 6 weeks then. Gives you some great different routes though that you can potentially fly though for it. I say we're flying to Munich Airport today. There is a link in the chat and the video description as well to the Munich Airport scenery that we're flying to today. You can get that. Getting that through the link supports the channel, but also make sure you use the discount code as well, because we have a special EasyJet SimPilot discount code. It'll get you 10% off as well if you're doing that. Say if you're going to be doing flights into Munich and such for the Euros, replicating those flights, then now is the time to get it. We're expecting 26 right. Rockhill 1 Bravo arrival. And what chart will we have for that? Probably have the Armanav arrival, most likely, which brings us in via the 429, isn't it? 429 and then maintain track. So I'm just going to see and make sure that that looks accurate. Oh, not quite. So let's just amend that. Right, so if we go with no star and just the RNAV transition of 429, what does that give us? Oh, okay. Rockhill 26 RNAV arrival, that'll be it. There we go. So that is what I will expect. It might change. If it changes, then that's fine. There we are. Alright, good. That is how many miles? 805 miles. Just check the operational flight plan. Oh, where's my tablet gone? Uh, 780 miles. Yeah, that's fine, just because the little manual leg as we go. Nice. Okay, Radnav page. We've got Echo Delta November. And then onto the weights and balance page. Degrees, does the Phoenix still have bugs? Oh, none that I'm aware of. Chris, I've not had a chance to try the effects for the A320 yet. It's on my to-do list. Right, 058, 57.8. CFG is 31.6. Alternate fuel is, call that 1.1 ton.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board EasyJet flight from Edinburgh to Munich. My name is Gavin and I am the captain of this flight. We are currently preparing for departure and we will be taking off shortly. Thank you for choosing EasyJet. Enjoy your flight. Our flight today will take approximately 1 hour and 53 minutes. The weather in Munich is sunny. Please remember to keep your seatbelt fastened while seated and whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Do like those auto announcements. Right, so that's all done. Takeoffs is 29.5. Okay, let's get our takeoff performance calculator. Hey Siphon, good to see you. It is absolutely not dry here today as it's wet. Go flaps 1. It's not contaminated, I don't think. It's just light rain, so no need to force toga. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be off. Takeoff weight is 65.8, and the CFG is 29.5. I will go full length. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 4, 140, 140, flaps 1 and flex 55. Lovely. Thrust reduction acceleration is 900 feet here at Edinburgh. So just update those. And the engine out procedure. There we go. Is 8 miles, India Tango Hotel.
Ladies and gentlemen, shortly after takeoff, we'll start serving snacks and drinks. You can find our Sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you.
And then from India Tango Hotel, oh, hang on, that's not right. Clear that. India Tango Hotel. It was 8 miles from India Tango Hotel, wasn't it? On the departure track, which is 239. That's the heading as we fly out. 8 miles DME. And then enter the hold at Echo Delta November. And it's a right turn there if we have to make one. Inbound course 241 and left turns. We'd then leave the hold, come back to Edinburgh. This is of course if we've lost an engine, the engine out procedure. Arriving back on ILS 24, no start and no veer. Fine, engine out procedure is in the box. Okay, so let's brief and talk about our flight today. So the first thing I want to touch upon is the fact that we've no GPWS. That's the main issue with the aircraft. So we've got no weather radar. We know about that. But the GPWS system is in up today. So normally that kind of thing would there's 5 different modes to it. The first one checks out the descent rate, the second one checks out the terrain, basically ground proximity, the third one checks for altitude loss after takeoff or a go around, the fourth mode checks for terrain clearance during high speed flight and when not in landing configuration, so basically almost in cruise, and mode 5 is below glide slope deviation alert. That will obviously come into play when we're landing a little bit later on. So we are able to obviously dispatch even with this item in op, but it does mean that we just have to be aware of all those things that are now going to be missing. So one of the things you have to do is we have to turn this off, and that just avoids nuisance calls and things like that. So we've got that turned off, meaning all those 5 modes are now not being monitored, and we should see on the system status page, it might be when we've got engine start actually, that this is turned off. So we just need to basically increase our crew awareness of things like where we're flying, the path of the aircraft, minimum safe altitude, all of that stuff, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more as well on approach and how it might affect things. So that's the main thing I want to talk about with regards to the aircraft today, not being perfectly in working order, but doesn't stop us departing. I think you'd only do something like a maximum of 5 or 6 flights though with an aircraft like this, so the technicians are going to have to get that sorted sooner rather than later. Alright, so the normal departure brief then, so let me just grab the chart. Where are we? Yeah, so it's Edinburgh. We know Edinburgh. We did all this brief yesterday, so we're very familiar with it. So a nice, simple, straightforward brief. Stand 7, taxi will be Fox Alpha, full length departure from Delta, and then that is straight out 7 miles after the ILS DME, so I'm going to turn that on, and you can now see that they are 7 miles from DME, and it's a left turn, 6,000 feet towards Taller. A little bit of terrain there to the south where Taller is, which is important to bring up because of the aforementioned GPWS system not working. MSA then is 3,900 feet once we've made that turn. So anything really to talk about with regards to that? Anything that we need to worry about? We've already discussed the in-op system in the aircraft. The biggest threat then would probably be, sort of something going wrong during that climb out, and no GPWS systems. So just need to monitor that and make sure that we've got good climb performance, getting above MSA, and we'll also make the call-outs of MSA as well when we're past them, just because of that in-op system. Okay, so I think that is done, and let's get our clearance from the tower. 118,705. Tower, good afternoon, Easy 47 Hotel November, A320, stand 7, information Bravo, requesting IFR clearance to Munich.
Easy 47 Hotel November, Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon. Cleared to Munich via the Tower 6 Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 7272, got information Charlie, QNH 9904, hectopascal.
Cleared by the Talos 6 Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 7272, and we will copy information Charlie QNH 9904 hectopascals. Easy 47 Hotel November.
Easy 47 Hotel November, correct.
A little bit of useless knowledge for you here, but whenever the QNH is below 1000, you need to say hectopascals at the end of it. I think that's so you don't get confused with these numbers there if you're flying on a different pressure setting, but there you go. And what's the squawk? 7272. Initial climb 6,000, that's set. All the briefing has been done. Let's get that APU up and started then, shall we? So Give that a moment. Langdon mission, if you're referring to SimSmart, that only works with the A320 Neo as a performance calculator. But in terms of engine out procedures and all that stuff, then it works with all sort of Category C kind of aircraft. Borg, don't I send data from from the tablet straight to the McDo? No, that's cheating. Oh, please don't spawn in on top of me. That's just made things really difficult. This is why you should always check VATSIM and VATMAP. We'll give him 60 seconds ago, so then we'll sort of ignore him and get rid if he doesn't go. Right, APU, I'll fire it up. Refueling 8.2, yeah, that's done. Checked and balanced, lovely. Okay, so whilst I'm doing that, we'll get the fuel pumps on. APU is now up and running, fantastic. So external power and come off. Get the packs on as well in a moment. Get the APU bleed on. Hey Rob, A320, any specialities in fuel planning for loading the amount of fuel at the departure airport for the flight back? So you're referring to something called tankering. That is not something that you would normally do just because it's not really cost effective. It is in certain places. For instance, as when you fly up to the Lapland airports, Rovaniemi and Kita, etc. Fuel is very, very expensive up there, so airlines will tanker that because it's cheaper to fly with the heavier weight of the fuel than it is to purchase extra fuel when they're there. So yeah, Steve, Edinburgh to Munich, take 2. That is exactly right. Why is that off? It's done. Good. A few more seconds to get the packs on. Company message come through. That should be our final load sheet. Just double check for any LMCs. Takeoff weight is 65.8. Spot on. Only one infant coming to the football match today. And C of G is 0.8. That is within limits. And a takeoff C of G is 28.6. Perfect. Barry says if you fly to certain African airports, you will tanker that as well. Yeah, I mean, it all makes sense. But I would say for the most part, 85-90% of the time, you wouldn't tanker fuel unless you're flying to somewhere rather remote and out of the way. Okay, so terrain radar obviously will not work. He's broken. So I think, let me just do the cockpit prep checklist. Aircraft access has been completed. Fuel quantity 8.2 tons. Balanced seat belt signs are on. Deers 3 nav greens and QNH 994 hectopascals, and that's 100 feet. Lovely. Okay. Time to go. Adam, you can type into vpilot.ignore and then the call sign of the aircraft you want to ignore, and you'll not see them then. It will disappear. Mitch96, hello.
We are ready for pushback.
So same standard briefing as yesterday, no single engine taxi or anything like that.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And Alpha.
Delta 1 by Echo Alpha, flight 7
Tower Easy 47 Hotel November is ready for push and start.
Easy 47 Hotel November, push and start approved, face east.
Push start approved, facing east, Easy 47 Hotel November. Beacon lights on. Transponders on, acupressure's green. And the before start checks. Parking brake is on. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed. EFB is on flight mode. Doors are closed, not yet armed, and the beacon light is on.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
So nose wheel steering is disconnected. Back we go. Engine 1 selected to ignition and engine 1 start.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Edinburgh Tower,
Edinburgh Tower, Speedbird 65 Charlie Heavy, Boeing 787-9 on stand 16 with information Charlie, QNH 994, request IFR clearance to Munich.
2 aircraft transmitting at the same time, Speedbird 65 Charlie, you're cleared to Munich via Teller 6 Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 1443. Current information Delta, QNH 994 hectopascal.
Oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2.
Engine 1 available, starting engine 2.
Departure off runway 24 via the TLA 6 Charlie SID, squawk 1443, QNH 994, information Delta, Speedbird 65 Charlie.
In an emergency,
Speedbird 65 Charlie, correct. Other aircraft come back.
your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth.
Set parking
Hold
brakes.
in place with the strap.
Parking brake is
Pull
set.
on each side to adjust. Ask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together.
Barry, I was thinking the exact same. He says, love it when there are lots of different liveries at the same time in the sim. Remember when we didn't have matching available? Yeah, I do. It is. It's great to see at the stand there. We've got Iceland, SAS, obviously EasyJet. British Airways is taxiing out there. So yeah, really, really good. Really neat.
Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight on EasyJet.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Pete's off
Right is clear.
for a few days in Amsterdam, Pete. Oh, say no more. Please. Hope you have a good time. Hope you're going for pleasure anyway, not work. Not too much pleasure. And engine 2 is all happy as well.
570 Tango from Delta 1, runway 24, clear takeoff, service wind calm.
Clear takeoff runway Delta, clear takeoff runway 25 via Delta 1. So 570 Tango, thanks so much.
Hopefully runway 24.
Runway 24, yeah, got my words mixed up.
And set the trim. Lovely, flight control check.
842, radio check.
Scandinavian 842,
Full left.
readability 5.
Full right.
Roger.
Neutral.
Cabin crew, seats retained.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full right. Full left on the rudder. And neutral.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to...
Tower, very good day, Easy 4 X-ray Hotel
Okay, thanks.
and or gate 10, information Delta, A320-200.
Have to start checklist. Anti-ice
return
is
to Gatwick.
off. Ecom status is checked.
Easy
And
4 X-ray Hotel, Edinburgh Tower.
Pitch trim,
cleared to
28.6,
London
rudder
Gatwick
neutral.
By the Gotham 1 Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 334, correction. Squawk 3447, current information Delta QNH 994 hectopascal.
not got the fault.
Clear to Gatwick, Gotham
That's
1
not working.
Charlie departure.
Squawk
Either way.
3447, information
Turn that off.
0994, Easy 4 X-ray Hotel.
Easy 4 X-ray Hotel, correct.
And Easy 47 Hotel November's ready for taxi.
Easy 47 Hotel November, taxi holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Foxtrot and Alpha.
Foxtrot Alpha, hold Delta 1 for runway 24, Easy 47 Hotel November. Right, let's go. See if we get further than yesterday. I just want to check as well on the door page that they're now all armed. Yeah.
Edinburgh Tower, good day, runway 12 Echo Romeo, stand.
Brake check.
Ramp 23. Information type is 737-800. Information belt on board with the Q&A 0.
Okay, so we've got a Toga departure, noise abatement 1. Correction, noise abatement 2.
Romeo, unfortunately I don't have a flight plan
Straight
for you.
out.
Please file.
And 7 miles left turn towards Tower.
570 Tango, no further ATC at this time. Monitor Unicorn 122 decimal.
Engine out procedure is standard, non-standard, 8 miles right turn back to the Edinburgh NDB where we'll hold 3,000 feet. And our initial climb is 6,000 feet. A reminder, no GPWS system.
Isaiah 417, cleared to Reykjavik by the Gotham 1 Charlie, departure runway 24, squawk 4224.
Gotham 1 Charlie, departure runway 24 and squawk 4224, Isaiah 417.
Dwyle, if you remind me,
417, correct, current information
in the cruise,
994 hectopascal.
we'll go through them if you wish.
Easy 4 X-ray Hotel, request startup and push.
Easy 4 X-ray Hotel, push and start approved, face east.
Push and start approved, face east, 4 X-ray Hotel.
Scandinavian 842, hello, with information
Just
Delta
checking.
on board, gate 9737, request IVR claims to Kasavik.
Ah, okay. So maybe there's a fault not in the GPWS system itself, but in the diagnosis system. It's telling us of the fault. It might be working. In that case, we're not getting anything on the ECAM. I will leave it on.
Cleared to Reykjavik by the Gotham 1
But
Charlie,
we'll still fly it as though it's
24,
in op.
squawk 7017.
So, taxi checklist. Flight control has been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMA. Climb no blue. 152. 6,000 blue. Radar predictive wind shear is on. ECAM memo. Takeoff no blue. EFP is stowed. Disconnect.
Scandinavian 842, correct.
That should be my flight on over runway 151.
Roger, stand by.
Hey, Aviate. Good to see you.
12 Echo Romeo, you're cleared to London Stansted by the Start again. Cleared to London Stansted by the Teller 6 Charlie, departure runway 24, squawk 7015.
Cleared to London Stansted on the Teller 6 Delta departure, and can you repeat the squawk?
7015.
7015, right now.
Easy 47 Hotel November, from Delta 1 runway 24, clear takeoff, service wind calm.
Clear takeoff, runway 24, Easy 47 Hotel November. Alright, nice. Early takeoff clearance.
Echo Romeo, your read back was correct.
Edinburgh Tower, good day, your wings 96 November, Alpha for distance to Charlie to 4.
Your wings 96 November Alpha, continue approach runway 24, you are number 1, surface wind is calm.
Hey, Milky Boy. Okay, lineup checklist. Cabin is secured for takeoff. Takeoff runways full length 24 confirmed. TCAS T, RA and PAX 1 and 2 are off. Well,
Edinburgh Tower.
at least it will be sunny above the clouds.
Pushback and engine start.
Speedbird at 65 Charlie, pushing start approved, face north.
Pushing start approved, face north. If GSX lets me, Speedbird 65 Charlie.
I say 417, hold position. After the
Okay,
aircraft,
takeoff.
EasyJet
Start chrono.
to your rear and left is clear. Pushing start approved, face east.
After the EasyJet 320 from right to
Stable, set takeoff thrust. Manflex, SRS, runway, auto thrust blue.
I think it's sorry, I can't hold on.
Hundred knots.
I say 417, you should be clear for your push and start now.
V1. Rotate.
Easy for X-ray hotel, request taxi.
Easy for X-ray hotel, taxi Horn Point Delta 1 via Foxtrot and Alpha.
Positive climb, gear up.
Via Foxtrot and Alpha, easy for X-ray hotel.
Your wings are 96 November Alpha, runway 24, clear to land. Surface wind calm.
Cruise and runway 24, Euro X-ray 96 November Alpha.
Ryanair 1 to Echo Romeo, passing pushing start.
Thrust climb, climb, auto thrust.
Push and start approved, face north.
Packs back on.
Push start approved, face north. Ryanair 1 to Echo Romeo.
Scandinavian 842, request push and start.
Scandinavian 842, hold position at this time. I'll give you a call back.
Roger, hold position.
Autopilot 1 engaged.
Easy 47 Hotel November, no further ADC at this time. On scene com 122 decimal 8.
122 decimal 8, thank you for the service, Easy 47 Hotel November. Okay, get the anti-ice on. Start to go through this cloud layer and the temperature will drop. Flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Well, the outside world looks much better than it did yesterday. So we're climbing to altitude 6,000 feet. We'll increase that in a moment. I'm just going to get Unicom sorted. There we go. So no, with no further ATC, let's just select flight level 150. Open climb 150 blue, standard pressure. Okay, we're above MSA. And with no ATC around, we're going to go direct now to Ipsad. Save a few track miles. So, cabin crew released. What a murky day. This is very Scottish. So we're going up on 10,000 feet. Spoilers, flaps, gear. Lights off. Clear out the RadNav page. 370, we're a bit too heavy for that at the moment, so we'll go for now, flight level 350 blue.
We are now
Costing
climbing
mix
to our
0.
cruising altitude. We will be starting our in-flight service shortly. You can find our sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you.
And we're now above 10,000 feet. Wonderful. Seatbelt signs can come off.
Seatbelt sign has just been turned off. You may now move around the cabin. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
So the cabin announcement's coming from cabin, which I'm still playing with. It's just had another update today, and I needed to turn on the cabin voice filter. You can probably hear that they sound quite as though they're sat next to us, and obviously the cabin crew would not. So let's see if the next few announcements sound a little bit more muffled, as they should do, as we wouldn't hear them quite so clearly. So according to our departure time, we're currently about 20 minutes late. Oh, that's a nice picture. Look at that. Leaving Scotland and a beautiful rainbow greets us as we fly into England. That looks stunning, actually. That looks really, really nice. Do like that. Brendan, is that direct something? So, if air traffic control can, they will always give you shortcuts. It saves their workload, it saves fuel, and it's just, you know, any time that you can get a direct, ATC will usually accommodate. At the moment, we're on Unicom. Technically, we can do what we want. There was no other aircraft in front of us. It saved us quite a bit of time going via Tala. So, as you can see, so yeah, you would get that. For instance, where I live, I know that flights from Amsterdam coming into Manchester, normally what would happen is a flight would leave Amsterdam, sort of down here. They'd then fly over the North Sea, and then they would cross the North Sea here at a place called Lisbon to enter over the UK. From Lisbon, then, the actual route to fly into Manchester Airport is to fly up towards the Pole Hill VOR, which is just there. Now, from there, then ATC pick them off and then direct them down to Manchester to come and on land on runway 24, usually. However, what KLM pilots quite often do, and ATC will accommodate it if they can, is once they get to Lisbon, they'll say, hey, is there any chance of a direct straight-in vectored flight rather than flying the full standard arrival route?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting our in-flight service.
And
We'd
usually,
like to remind you that we accept card
they do.
payments as well as cash. You can find our sky menu in the seat pocket in front of you.
Just listen
Please
to the
remain
announcements.
seated while we serve you. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask one of our cabin crew members. Thank you.
Yeah, what they'll do is ATC will say, yeah, sure, if they can. So they'll go Lisbon, and instead of then flying on this line here, the UL 975 sort of direction, they'll just fly direct straight towards Manchester, which brings them almost straight in onto the ILS. And I know that very well, and they get it a heck of a lot because I live somewhere around the middle of the screen just there, so I quite often get to see them flying overhead with the shortcut. AFN, can the A320 operate international flights? Of course. Absolutely it can. Right, anti-ice is no longer needed. Let's get rid of that. Mad says, so Jetstream's also making Geneva. So which one do you get? I know. I have seen some screenshots of the one that's just been released, and it does look really good. So I'm going to have a look at that and see see what I think. At the moment I've got the Red Wing scenery in, which has never let me down. But the new one does have a lot of the city photogrammetry in it, I think. So they've made that look really, really nice. So I want to see what that looks like in comparison. I always found the Red Wing one to be a little bit heavy on frame rates, so it will be nice to see just what is what, so to speak. Carl says, why is GSX being updated it and it still won't run? Well, all I can say is maybe in Flight Sim 24 we won't need it. Nick, is this Azobo's new plane? No. This is not the Indibuild's A320. While we are still climbing, indeed. Is the top banner not working again? Yeah. Not quite sure why. Can we'll give it a kick. Right. Giving it a kick now. Hopefully it'll work. Mads says you heard that RD presets is quite bad for optimizing, therefore it's a stutterfest. Mads, I had something similar with an RD preset scenery. That was, oh god, where was it? Naples. Yeah, it was Naples. Coming into land one day, it was an absolute slideshow until I deleted my rolling cache. And yeah, and then it was fine. So clearly there was an issue in there somewhere. Roy Fountain Bing Maps is indeed up and running. Yep, so we should be good to get all the way to Munich. I think Nick flew yesterday, because we obviously tried this flight yesterday. I flew, Nick flew, Flight Designs or Dark Fury flew. I got a crash to desktop and kicked out. Dark Fury got a crash to desktop and kicked out. Nick, I think, somehow made it. Don't know why. I don't know how. Aviate, anyone else tried the lossless scaling app? £6, it doubled his FPS. Aviate, I have not. Have to PM me about that. We'll have a look into it. £6 sounds like a good deal, though. Mads, it's just the 3060, not the TI. But yes. Still a hint of a rainbow down there below. Mike, what was the reason for the crash to desktop yesterday? The Microsoft servers and Bing data was all offline, so it was just a mess, basically. In hindsight, we shouldn't have even tried to fly, but I thought, oh, what the hell, it'll be fine. What do I know? I was wrong. So, what are the bookies' odds on Scotland winning tonight? Has anyone checked that out? I'm guessing you'd probably get pretty good odds on that. So now we're going to be flying down the east coast of the UK. We're not actually over the North Sea for as long as I thought. Currently 6 miles from Cockpit. Then we've got a nice flight down here over Humberside. Ooh, I've got that airport installed. That's new. I want to do a flight to Humberside. They recently had an A320 flying to Humberside, and I wanted to replicate that, but I just need to find a spare 4 or 5 hours to do it because it wasn't a short flight. And then over to Norfolk, Dolass, across the North Sea. At what point does the North Sea become the English Channel? It's close, isn't it? And then we're over mainland Europe. And I think at the moment there's quite a lot of ATC around mainland Europe, so it's going to get quite busy a little bit later on. Mike, 12-1 to force Scotland to win. Ooh. Now, we can't condone gambling and betting on this channel, obviously, but there's nothing to discuss chatting about it. So, if anyone anyone fancy a flutter at that, 12-1. Rob, 320, mate, thank you so much for the Prime sub over on Twitch. I really appreciate that. From the amount of people on YouTube who gamble all of their EasyJet points, I would have thought half of you would be betting away. Right, so our new emojis. We'll have a look at those. Now, I can't remember. Can anyone remember how to conjure up the list of emojis in the chat? Because I can't. Charlie, do I use the SDS setting with the Phoenix? Yes, but it's all dependent upon the hardware that you've got. So if I've got the Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack. If you've got the same, then yes, turn it on. Ava, you never gamble in real life. Fair enough. Crazy Little Bee, Scotland to win, I hope. I mean, do you know what? Obviously, I'm English, I'm not Scottish. But I want Scotland to win. Not just because they're playing Germany, but I'm a strong believer in I want all the home nations to do to do well and win their games. Unless it's the final against England, obviously. But I do. I don't. Why anyone Scottish wants England to do really badly and the Welsh for England to do badly? I don't get it, because I'd love to see Wales and Scotland do well. Well, Wales won't do well, will they? But whenever they're playing international competitions. Crazy, it would be it'd be a massive win for them, and nice to see. The problem is if they go and get trounced, something like 4-0, that is a hard couple more games to play then, isn't it? Oh, Dwyer, that's right, of course. Thank you. Yeah, so if you do click the smiley face and you're a channel member, you'll now get some new custom emojis. What we've got now, we've got the old ones, the EasyJet emoji, we've got the runway emoji, Q&H, not you had to use that one for a while, thank goodness. We've got HD, we've also got the butter emoji, we've got the charts on the screen emoji, because I leave the charts on far too often, so you guys can remind me of that and flood the channel with the charts on screen emoji. We've got the delayed emoji. We've got the in-up emoji. We can use that today. Yeah, can use that. No. I love the next one. The next one is nearly at London, which has become a catchphrase on the channel. And then we've got the Peppa Pig emoji for when the streams crash. I thought we'd got a crash emoji as well, actually. Have we got a crash emoji? Hey, Organ Aviator has just walked out of his last exam. Tell me how that feels. I know exactly how it feels. I can remember it. It's awesome. You will be walking around now, I'm sure, with a smile on your face, not a care in the world. Well, maybe some cares, but that's it. All that pressure is off. So well done, mate. You can enjoy the summer now. And thank you for the 6-month membership as well. Good afternoon, Mark. Stefan says the reason we want England to do badly is because of the media. It's nothing against the team, it's just the English media. I think we can probably all get behind that at some point. I hate the fact that the English media big them up, because we know they're not that good. Alright, they've done really well in their recent competitions. You can't take it away from them. They have done really well. But are they going to do well this time? I'm not sure. Losing to Iceland the other day, that's not a great omen, is it? Right, we're at 35,000 feet. I think we're going to hold it there for now. Yeah, so let's just update that. So we should now set that Mach Alt Cruise and TCAS to below. Cost index of 4. I can go back and let's just check the SD pages. So fine, cabin pressure's fine. Yep. 23 degrees in the cabin. I'll be boiling those Scottish fans. Perfect. Again, in-op system with the side stick, we can disregard that. And just this issue here with the GPWS potential fault. I don't think it is because we've got ground radar, but a potential fault. Right, Dwyle, yes, your question again. Never understood all the buttons beneath the comms panel. Alright, so let's go through them all. Can I find a better sort of position? The sun's shining, so I apologise for that. Okay, let's have a look. Alright, so obviously let's start at the top. This is the frequency, yeah. VHF1, VHF2 and VHF3, which don't really use unless the other two have failed. But yeah, VHF1, VHF2. Normally VHF2 is always monitoring the guard frequency, 121.5. So this is basically just telling you what frequency is active on each of the systems. So you've also got the nav system, the VOR, the landing system, but you don't use these. All of these are just backups because you would normally always use you pop them into the RadNav page down here, but you can listen to them. I'll explain that in a moment. Okay, this turns the comms on and off. Don't do that in flight, but you can turn it off at the end of your flight. Okay, so all of these down here then. So if you've pulled the little dial out, so that's pushed in, that is not being monitored now, so we couldn't hear anything on here. If we push that in, we now can't hear anything on VHF1. If we pull that out, we now can hear it. We're monitoring it. We monitor that as well because obviously we want to hear the guard frequency in case somebody needs us. VHF3, you can monitor that, but don't really need to. And then HF1 and HF2. Well, HF is a high frequency. That's used usually for oceanics, so not used that often, not in Europe anyway, on the A320s, but this is used for flights usually going up to Reykjavik and flights going down to the Canaries, basically when you're out of VHF comm range. So you can monitor it if you wish, and yeah, these, you just change these frequencies like any other. Now sadly I don't think VATSIM has the ability to do this, but these are HF frequencies, AM frequencies. Yeah, so then you just select that like that and then you'd listen to it. Now obviously listen to any of these. This is the intercom, and then you've got the cabin. So the cabin, obviously your cabin crew. Next then you've got the PA system, so when the cabin crew are talking over the PA, we can monitor it here, we can turn it off there. If we want to make a PA to the passengers, you press and you hold this button, and right now I would be broadcasting into the cabin and talking to the passengers if I were doing that. What is really quite funny, and you may have seen YouTube videos of this, and that is sometimes you'll hear broadcast on sort of the VHF frequency, like the ground tower frequency or whatever. You'll hear a captain making a PA to all the passengers, telling them how beautiful the weather is and what they're going to be cruising at, and if there's anything they can do to help, then please let a member of the cabin crew know. And then they realised they hadn't pressed this button, or however it works in a Boeing aircraft, but they'd not pressed this button, and they'd actually broadcast it by mistake on VHF-1, and then all the other pilots and the air traffic controllers just ripped the hell out of them. There's some great videos of stuff like that on YouTube, so which were worth checking those out, especially around JFK. So yeah, that's to talk to the cabin. This line up here, this is the whichever one here is illuminated is what we are talking to. So if I wanted to talk on VHF1 when I'm communicating, I have this lit up. If I want to talk on the guard frequency, which is now VHF2, you have that one. If we're on Oceanic, then we talk on HF frequencies. If we want to speak to the cabin crew, then we talk to the cabin crew here. And so hopefully that is pretty self-explanatory. These down here then, we can, and remember I said we can monitor VOR frequencies. Now, have we got any VORs near us? Right, I don't know if this works in the sim. Let me try it. So we're approaching Ottringham, which is there, look, it is 113.9. So if I tune the VOR frequency to 113.9, okay, so yeah, it's auto-tuned, that's fine, and then monitor it. What you should be able to hear, although it doesn't seem to be working, what you should be able to hear, do it on here, hang on, come off, Radna page, 113.9. Yeah, in real life, you'd be able to hear the Morse code for the Ottringham VOR. Perhaps that doesn't work in the sim. So, yeah, it's not working, unfortunately. But there we go. Try popping it in here, see if it works. No. Okay. That would have been really nice if that worked, but it doesn't. So, just turn this off. We want to be using this to control stuff. Right. Then we've got the marker, if we want to monitor that. That is, do you remember the old inner markers and outer markers, which you used to hear on final? So if we leave that turned on, hopefully as we're coming into Munich, you'll hear the beep 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 as you pass the inner marker, outer marker, etc. ILS, exactly the same. You should be able to hear Morse code for the ILS as well. So hopefully that explains some way about how the radio panel all works. We've just got a company message through. Is that telling us that we're late? 20 minutes late. Oh dear. Oh well, never mind. Looking to land at 16:13 UTC. It's Deck 92 says, I'm a plane mechanic, let me fix your plane. Are you a mechanic on the 320 as well? That'd be kind of cool. I should get quite a nice view down there of the Humber. Mark says, as was missed a trick with the radio management panel. When you select the transmit button, it doesn't automatically monitor the same. Standard on Boeing since the 747. They've added it to the 350. Well, they've also... Hang on, let me see if I can find a picture. So the radio management panel that you've got now here in the Phoenix aircraft, and even the fly-by-wire, is old now. Let me just see if I can find a new A320 radio management panel picture. If I can find it, I'll bring it up. Oh, there we go. Hang on, let me just bring this up. There you are. So that is the new radio management panel there. So it's all gone digital. So you type it in just like you do with the transponder. So no more twisting of the dials. You literally just type them in, and you can see same at the bottom. You pull out the you'll pull out the knobs and twist them for the volume and things. You've got the VHF there, as per usual. HF frequencies, telephones, cabs, PA, etc. So yeah, it'd be nice to see if the Phoenix update it, so you've got the option of using that. There's the underside, a few seafaring vessels down there as well. So if we just have a quick look and see, when will we hit some air traffic control? Well, London Midlands are online, but as we're going to be leaving that area soon, I don't think they're going to want to be able to talk to us. So London South is online as well, but no, they're probably not going to want to talk to us either. Marsha 13 VR, mate, thank you so much for a very kind $4.99 super chat, saying love these relaxful cruise places with beautiful scenery, and thank you for all the great technical tidbits along the way. Mate, you are more than welcome, and really do appreciate the super chat as well. I do like a nice relaxing Friday afternoon stream like yourself. It's just a great way to spend the day, and of course, flight with a purpose. Get those passengers to Munich ready for tonight. Dwayne, how do you find out what air traffic control is available? You can either use an app. There's several apps available for VATSIM, or the most reliable, of course, is vPilot, because vPilot will tell you who are available. So I can see at the moment I've got London, which I think is the middle London. Not too familiar with that actually. London South, and then we've got various control towers online. We've got ground frequency online as well. So, but yeah, I think the Midlands are currently available. So I've currently got Rex AccuSeasons, which is installed with the latest sort of summer preset at the moment, and you can see it doesn't look very green, and the reason for that is normally this time of year it's not green. The farmers are sort of letting all the grass that grew turned into hay, so it becomes like this beigey brown colour. Now this is not representative of current real life because it has just been raining. We've not had any sun, so there is no hay at the moment. So God bless the farmers. I bet they're panicking at the moment. But yeah, that's the reason it's not looking very green, which is fine. Eric, thank you so much, gifting 5 EasyJet SimPilot channel memberships to our community. That is incredible support. Thank you so much, Eric. Welcome to our new members as well, Amoeba, Andres, Advan, Glyn, Ancient as well. Thank you so much again, Eric. Really do appreciate that. And Shywatch says Vatspy is a great app to see the ATC boundaries. Yeah, I always check something like that before spawning in to make sure that I'm not going to spawn in on top of somebody, because it's obviously frustrating if you do that. Simbit World says watching your stream made me realise that the Euro's starting today. Yes, indeed. That's it. I reckon all our flights now are going to have some sort of football theme to it. We did it last time. It was the Euros and the World Cup, and it's great because it just gives you more options. And one of the things I think people struggle with sometimes is where shall I fly to? Well, if we've got an option given to us, then that's great. In fact, I'll tell you what I will have a look for, because I don't know this, to be honest. I'm just bringing up the fixtures because I don't have a clue what the fixtures are. There definitely won't be any stream tomorrow. I'm at a wedding all day, and if it's a really, really good wedding, I'll be asleep on Sunday for most of it as well. Although England play on Sunday, so we'll be awake for the evening. So what's kicking off tomorrow then? Let's have a quick look. So we've obviously got Germany, Scotland tonight. Then we've got advertising Finnair on my stream. So Hungary, Switzerland. Ooh, tough call. Who would win that one? That could be a really tough call. I'm going to call that. That'll be a draw. Spain, Croatia. That is also a tough game. I think Spain might have the edge, but Croatia aren't daft. Mind you, Croatia, they've lost a few of their really good players now, they're due to age. Italy, Albania, I think we can only see one winner there. Poland and the Netherlands, I think that could be quite close. Clairvoyant says Hungerland to win. I always like the underdogs. I love watching international football when it's a competition. I'm not bothered about the friendlies so much, but I always like an underdog to win. So yeah, I think on Saturday I will be supporting Hungary, probably then supporting Croatia, and I will probably be too inebriated to care by the time Italy kick off. But of course I'll be hoping Albania win that one. On Sunday, I don't know, Poland, Netherlands, it's a tough call. Slovenia and Denmark, that's also quite a tough call. Of course, Serbia, England. If England don't win that game, then we're in real trouble. They might as well get the flight home booked. Simba says you can cheer for Romania as they'll be a top underdog. They will be playing against Ukraine, of course. Lots of support for Ukraine, I am sure. Nick Burrows is in the chat. Good afternoon, Nick. So Nick is responsible for all the new emojis that we've got, which you can now flood our chat with. We're just talking football, Nick, of course. Right, can we get any higher yet? Yeah, okay, I'm happy to go 3-7. Thrust climb, climb 370. Oh, and Nick. Sorry, and Christian. Ah, fair enough. Can't can't forget Christian. Nick just spamming the chat with emojis. You know the bot will tell you off. Oh, this is the life. This is how to spend a Friday afternoon, knowing that I've got football to look forward to tonight. I have as well, because I think my wife's working, so me and the lad will stay up. He's just at the age now where he's really getting into football. He plays football. He's not bad at it either, to be fair. I know every parent says that. I wouldn't say he's ever going to be a pro, but he's pretty decent. He's just really tall. He's got really long legs. He can run. He plays in defence, and because of like the age group and that age, he can tackle the ball off a player, kick it down the line, and then just run after it and leave everyone else behind, and then cross it in. That's his USP. Endogram, how do I create the call signs? I don't create them. If I was going to create my own call sign, I would not create Easy 47 Hotel November. It's a right mouthful. The only call sign I've ever created is Easy 34 Alpha Mike, which is our sort of channel call sign for if we're not doing a real world flight. So this is a real world flight. This is the real world call sign. Dwyer, is the youngster learning how to feign injury? No, absolutely not. I'm not letting him learn that. Maybe I won't let him watch Brazil. You've got me wondering now, is Easy 34 Alpha Mike a real call sign? No, it's not. Just checked. Or certainly it's not one that's been used recently. I just wanted to check. So yeah, Easy 34 Alpha Mike, our channel call sign. We use it because no one else does. Nick, no problems, touch wood, yet. You, apart from our, I'm going to use it. I am going to, I'm going to use it. 1 minute, as we have them. There you go. That's the only problem with our flight today, Nick. Fruit bat using the nearly at London emoji. I love that. I absolutely loved that. Jack says he's got 3 teams to support. Lives in France, married to a German, and born in England. Surely you're going to win somehow. That's brilliant. Had 16, mate. Thank you so much for the Twitch follow. I really appreciate that. Dwal says love women's football though. They just pick themselves up and get on with it. That's just women. Dwal, they don't complain as much as men. And Jordan B celebrating 14 months of channel membership. Good afternoon all, it's Friday and it's the European Championships kickoff day. It's awesome. Nick, yeah, we've got new sub badges on Twitch, which is great. I do need to add some more badges, but the way Twitch works is you have to, once I've uploaded one, I have to wait a few days before I'm allowed to upload the next one, so they will be coming. We're trying to overhaul all the channel. Twitch has kind of got left behind a little bit because YouTube's the focus of where the channel's always been at, but slowly we're growing on Twitch. I think we've got over 4,500 followers now on Twitch, so it's it's slowly building. Hey Mikkel, looking forward to England versus Denmark as a day, and you only want to see one result. Mikkel, I only want to see one as well, but it's not the same as you. While some footballers just fall over because they've tripped over a blade of grass, seriously. It's I can't be doing with that. It really annoys me. When you see a replay of a guy who's just like, his hands brushed a couple of hairs on his head and he's gone down holding his face. Yeah, it's the only bad thing about football. Well, that and VAR. Oh my god, VAR. We don't know whether we can celebrate a goal or not anymore. Carl says he remembers coming back from Cyprus once on a Thompson flight. That must have been a while ago. And was happy to, and the captain was happy to announce that England had just beaten Germany 4-1. Oh, sorry, England had just been beaten 4-1 against Germany. He was a Scottish fan, right? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But do you know what? I was saying this earlier. If Scotland tonight get trounced 4-1 by Germany, I would be gutted for Scotland. I want Scotland to do well. I don't want Scotland to have a rubbish tournament. In fact, what I would really love, can you imagine a England-Scotland final? I don't know if that would ever work. You'd have to sort of have a look and see how the fixtures would fall. But, you know, can you imagine if that happened? How awesome would that be? Jack, have they got VAR in this tournament? I would imagine they will have. Dwyer, that's it, yeah, he was 5mm offside. I hate VAR for stuff like that. Oh, Fruitbat, mate, thank you. He says thanks for the reminder. Thank you so much for resubbing on Prime. That is awesome. Thank you, mate. And of course, yeah, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can hop on over to Twitch and support us for free with a Prime sub on there. Do you know one of the things that really gets my back up now with football and the VAR is the rule that if a player is offside, the linesman doesn't immediately put the flag up. Why? Why let them continue playing for 30 seconds, score a goal, and then go, oh yeah, that was great, but actually, flag's up now, offside. I didn't raise it beforehand because it might not have mattered. What? I think that is the worst rule in football. That's the rule that makes you wonder, can we celebrate or not? And I know it's the same for every team, they can all fall foul of the same problems, but where's the fun in it anymore? You're always at the back of your mind now thinking, was it a goal? Wasn't it a goal? Is it going to count? But that in particular rule, that one of them not raising the flag until after the event, it's rubbish. But yes, I'm really looking forward tonight. Cuddling up on the sofa with my lad. I'll have a beer, he will not, and I'm watching the opening match tonight, as my wife has already said she's got to work this evening. What a shame. Well, yes, I want fun. Of course I want fun. Why would I not want fun? Burka, mate, thank you so much for subscribing. Relax and Dream says that football doesn't need VAR and the stars protection laws. No, you're right. It doesn't. I was one of these who thought that VAR would be great. Turns out I was wrong. I have done a U-turn. Yeah? I am not like Margaret Thatcher. Oh, Brian Crawley, mate, thank you so much as well for hopping over onto Twitch and giving us a Prime sub. Really do appreciate that, my friend.
We are now starting our in-flight shopping service.
Ooh.
Today we have a special offer for you. If you buy 2 perfumes, you will get a 10% discount on the third one. On this flight, we highly recommend latest fragrances from our collection. You can find our shopping catalog in the seat pocket in front of you. We accept card payments as well as cash.
Fantastic. Pick up some perfume for the wife. Nick, jumping on there with the potential hype train. That is awesome, mate. Thank you for that. I still don't know what one of those is, by the way. I'm going to have to read up on stuff. Nick says he's picked up Geneva and Santorini with the Contrail discount code as well. Cheers for the code. Oh, you're welcome, mate. That's it. Because it's a 10% discount code, if you're saving up until you want like 3 or 4 different sceneries or whatever, it's better to use it then, because obviously you save more money that way, and that's what it's all about. Jack says, when you support Huddersfield Town, fun is not a word to associate with football. I have some good friends who support Huddersfield Town because I'm not a million miles away, so I do feel your pain. Although, as a Sheffield Wednesday fan, I'm not that sad when Huddersfield Town suffer. Yeah, I'm sure you'll remember why. Captain HW, that was a cabbie indeed, yep. eSimulations Pro, hello, greetings from Indonesia. How are you doing, guys? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'll just throw that code on screen for you. It's that code down there at the bottom. And of course, Geneva has just been released, hasn't it? So let me just give you a link to that, because I know many of you will want to go and pick up Geneva as it is brand new. Let me pop that in the chat. So there you go. That is the new Geneva scenery. Go and have a look at that. Go and check that out. And remember, if you're going to buy it, make sure you use the discount code at the bottom of the screen. If you want it afterwards, then it's also in the video description down below as well. Garen, what's the difference between Cabby and PackX? Now, I've never used PackX, so I actually wouldn't be able to tell you, I'm afraid. So I'm not the person to ask there. The thing with Cabby is that it's AI, so every announcement is different, and it's tailored to your flight that you're doing. G Cook, I won't be at FS Expo. No, afraid not. Nick, thanks for popping that link into Twitch for me. Tell you what, we've not got in Twitch. I've not got that discount code in Twitch. Let me pop that in there, unless Nick, you want to do that for me. And just pop that discount code in Twitch. That way everyone on Twitch as well can also get 10% off at the Contrail store as well. Oh, Nick's just tried that. For some reason it's not allowed that code in there. Hang on, I might have to do that for some reason. I don't know why, because it's not a hyperlink. See if I can pop that in. Yes, what's the code? Alpha Fox 4755. There you go. That's the discount code if you want 10% off. Alpha Fox 4755. And yeah, Contrail Store's got loads of stuff, like literally thousands of add-ons from all the major airport scenery developers. We've got stuff in there from Pyrigi, MK, RD presets, all of that. Dwight, I was just looking at that. There's loads of ships there. What are they all doing there? Waiting for a slot, maybe. it's an invasion. Don't say that. We've just had the D-Day anniversary. Captain 82 always says PackX has a rating system, so it's a bit more visual. You can see the names of the passengers, how they react in flight. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I get that.
Let me share some information with you. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 36,000 feet at a speed of 850 kilometers per hour. The weather in Munich is sunny with a temperature of 16 degrees. The rest of the flight should be smooth with a small chance of light turbulences. Please remember to keep your seatbelt fastened while seated and whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Thank you and enjoy the flight.
I just need to not sound quite as American. He said I was cruising at 36,000 feet. I don't think I am. No, I'm at 37,000 feet. I don't know where he got 36,000 feet from. Oh, right. Which shipping port is this that we're flying over? That is a lot of ships. So many ships. I think my frame rates might have just gone down a little bit. Cockpit, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Twile, you can't say that. It's making me laugh, but I shouldn't. I do think those clouds look awesome. Hey, Captain Big G. I'm doing very well, thank you. Hope you are as well. Excited for the Euros. 1, because I like football, and 2, because it's going to give us loads of different flights that we can do over the next 6 weeks. Is it 6 weeks from start to finish? Bastian, is it Rotterdam? I was just trying to have a look on the map. Yeah, I think you're right. Because Amsterdam is to the left of us, to the north of us. Xerox Gaming, mate, thank you for following. Bert doing a flight currently from Copenhagen to Heathrow. Nice flight, that's about, what, 2 hours, I reckon, something like that. Jay, I have a 3060. Garen, I have no idea what Eco Soundscapes is. I've never heard of that. We should probably do some like proper flying, you know. Let's do a fuel check then. Or we'll do that at Norlu, but just grab some en route weathers. Captain Sick Bag. What a name. Mate, thanks for the follow though, I appreciate it. Yeah, so let's just have a look at all the major airports around us and grab some en route weathers for that. So Amsterdam, visibility 6,000, showers of rain. What weather winds blowing? 230 at 9. So that'll be runway 27 for landing if we needed it. And Dusseldorf is 180 at 12. That's fine as well. Both wide open. Dwight, yeah, we're just getting on route weathers. That's all we're doing. Hey, Organ, have you just got home? How are you going to celebrate then tonight, Organ? How are you going to celebrate the end of your exams? Because that must be one heck of a feeling. My Simbox is playing up, so I'm just going to turn that off for the moment. (15:16) we'll do a fuel check, so that's in about 5 minutes then. Oh, that's a nice view. Does anyone think the clouds look better since Sim Update 15? Not really spoken about it much, but I do think they look really nice. We say this every Sim Update, don't we? Apart from Sim Update 5, when they went backwards. Nick, the crash to desktop emote is not working. Good. I'm not sure why. I can have a look. I thought I'd uploaded it. Oh, I might have to do it actually when we're not streaming. Baseman, it's a 3060. G Cook Scotland, speaking of Simbox, you love it, but do you know if the dev is going to add more profiles? Not had an update for it in a while. I'm not sure, but the dev is very amenable and very quick at responding, so it might be worth dropping him an email. Dwile, you certainly think the smudge on the side window looks clear in Sim Update 15. we've had the cleaners in. Nick, yes, the heart is gone. I had about half an hour today where I actually had a window of nothing to do, and I was like, right, come on, let's do some admin stuff. Nolex, you're still waiting for your Milan flight. I know, Nolex, and now we've got some scenery for it. I promise we will be doing it. Because it's a cargo flight as well, isn't it? You wanted the A300, which I love flying, so promise we'll do. Nick, you've got a flight as well, haven't you, at some point? Where did you want me to try and land? It must have been a British Airways flight, because that's what you do. And I know Dark Fury still wants me to go into the underworld. Oh, Turkey! You wanted us to go to Turkey? Where from? Not from Heathrow. That's like 4 hours. Yeah, so the developer of Simbox is also the same developer who's just released Cabby, so he's quite busy with that at the moment. But he's literally pushing updates for that out daily. Every time I launch it, there's another update. Oh, you just want us to fly to Turkey from anywhere, Nick? That's fine. So I'm already looking. At where's my Euro fixtures gone? Because these are the kind of things that I would love to do. I need a list of fixtures and where they're going to be played. So hang on. Euro 24 fixture and grounds. I want to know who's playing where. Then we can maybe get some really good flights in. G Cook, I've not got the immersion pack yet, but we will. Okay, so what we got? We've got obviously Munich tonight. I'm not around at all this weekend. Well, I am around on Sunday, but I'll be watching England play, so there'll be no flight. So then on June the 7th, that's Monday, isn't it? And we normally get a flight in on Monday. So I would imagine that we might check out the Frankfurt scenery that's just been released. That could be a good one. Belgium to Frankfurt. It's probably a short flight, that, isn't it? Oh, Nick, on Tuesday we could do... Could we go the other way? Could we do Turkey to Dortmund? Or maybe on the following day, Wednesday, we'll take them back home to Turkey. If I get a chance. This all depends on life. But yeah, there's loads of places that we're going to be able to fly into. We've got Stuttgart, Cologne, Hamburg, Munich, Frankfurt. Where is Gelsenkirchen? I have no idea where that is. That's where England play tomorrow night. I've never heard of that place. I've heard of all the others. THC, do I play with any career add-ons? I don't, no. No, I don't. Jordan, have I done the Santos Dumont landing? I have no idea where that is. No, I haven't done it. It sounds dangerous. Right, let me do a fuel check. As we're coming up to Norlu. So we're operating this as a real ops flight, so should probably actually do it as a real ops flight. Oh, that's interesting. That's annoying. I don't know why that disappeared. What fuel did we take? We took 8.2 tons, so we took a ton extra, 1.2 ton with the contingency. Alright, so we've got 1.2 ton extra. We're an hour and 5 minutes into the flight. Norlu, there we go. So we should have 4.67, about 4.7 tons. What we got? 4760. Spot on. Do I take them home, not holding out much hope for Turkey? I just mean, you know, I'm sure there's some passengers that'll be flying in for the game. Jay, am I using a yoke or joystick? I'm flying the Airbus A320, so we are, of course, on a side stick. Philip says the closest airport to Gelsenkirchen, I have no idea how to pronounce that, apologies, is Dusseldorf. See, I wouldn't have known that, Philip, so thank you. So I've never even heard of that place. Fruitman says it's FC Shellac Stadium. Never heard of them. No. I like football, but I'm not so good on the domestic football in other countries. Jay, I'm sorry, but it always disengages the autopilot because the rudder doesn't work properly. So, oh, you mean it's constantly putting inputs in? You need in Microsoft Flight Simulator's control settings to set a dead zone, quite a big dead zone if that's the problem. Then it won't interfere with your, yeah, it won't interfere with your autopilot. Organ, have I checked out the new scenery? I've not had a chance to check it out yet. I've seen pictures of it, and what I really like the sound of is the fact that they've done the surrounding area as well, so it's not just the airport. So we've got Red Wing scenery that I've used on all my flights from Geneva at the moment, but I will be checking out this new one, definitely. Jay, you said 6% dead zone, but it goes up to 100%. Maybe, is there a way to turn off that option then, not in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but in your Windows settings? Herflex says the best known fan was Hitler. Oh, great. You would imagine this European competition, though, it's been run by the Germans. It should be the most efficiently run football competition in the world. The Germans are known for their efficiency. No nonsense. Wonder how long it will be before we hear reports of troubles outside the stadium. And of course, it'll be the England fans. Oh, Jay, you don't have rudder pedals. Right, okay, you don't have rudder pedals, that's fine. But do you have a twist stick action or something else assigned to the rudder? Because something must... yeah, something must be interfering with your controls to be knocking off the autopilot. Captain HW, that's a very good point. Like the construction of Brandenburg Airport. How long did that take? David says this is a fantastic excuse to get on the sim. That's all my routes sorted for the next month. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of flying inside Germany. So I'm just having a look. If anyone wanted to grab some German airports, I've got time. I wonder if I can just put together a load of links. A load of links to German airports. And if you get them, as I say, via Contrail, you could pick up a load of German airports and save yourself a fortune with our special code. Let me just have a quick look. So, what airports do we need? So, Frankfurt, we've obviously got. There's a free one, isn't there, for Frankfurt? And doesn't Frankfurt have a custom airport from Azobo anyway? So that should be all right. Right, okay. We've got a Stuttgart airport. That's available. I'm going to have to get all of these installed, aren't I, for the next 6 weeks. We've got Leipzig. There's another venue. Where else have we got? We've got Dusseldorf. Not sure if there is a Dusseldorf airport actually. We've obviously got Berlin Brandenburg now that it's built. Does Dortmund have an airport? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, of course it does. Cologne. Of course, not forgetting Munich, which is where we're off to tonight. I think that is it. Oh no, there's Hamburg as well. Forgot about that one. G Cook says, just Sim have Dusseldorf. Excellent. Okay, so I think Brian, Hanover. Is there any games in Hanover? I'm just looking through. I couldn't see any in Hanover. Tony, updated Edinburgh scenery is not out just yet. Right, there's a load of links there, and oh, I missed one. Hang on. Hang on, that's not going to work. Let me just remove that. YouTube has put them all together, and that's rubbish. So let me pin all of these in, and then you can visit those if you wish. Wonder if the bot will yell at me for spamming the chat in a minute. There you go. And then obviously use the code if you're picking those up and save yourself a small fortune. Hey Mads, welcome back. Right, as nice as these fluffy clouds are, we should probably have a look where we are. Right, oh yeah, we're going to be on the ground in less than an hour. Okay, let's start looking at the charts for the approach then. So we're expecting Rock Hill 1 Bravo, but first of all, have we got the ATIS? 12313. Let's check that out.
Breeze 8 knots variable between 080 and 180 degrees. Cab OK. Temperature 19. 2.11 QNH 1014 trend. Nose of Moonkin information Lima. Out.
Just grab the rest of that.
Moonkin information Lima. Automatic. Met report time 1450 Zulu. Expect vectors for independent parallel ILS approach runway 08, less than 08 right runways and use 08, less than 08 right. Transition level 60 Moonkin welcomes you to European Football Championship 2024. Wind 130 degrees 8 knots variable between 080 and 180 degrees. Cab OK. Temperature 19. 2.11 QNH 1014 trend. Nose of Moonkin information Lima. Out.
Okay, well that's change of runway for us. I would imagine then we're going to be on 08 left as we're coming in from the north. So let's grab some new charts. So Rock Hill transition 08 left. Rock Hill 08 RNAV transition. There we go. Let's update the arrival then. So we're expecting 08 left from the north. We'll go with no start, and it will be the Rock 08 transition insert. Let's see if that looks something like the chart that we've got then. Yeah, that's it, that looks good. Okay, nice. So it's not raining. Let's have a look at our landing performance calculator then. FIFA! FIFA Lander. We're not using Active Sky, no. Landing weight is going to be 57, 58, 59, 60.8, 61. Let's go 61.5. So 61.5 tons for landing. Runway 08 left. Grab the METAR, apply the METAR. It is dry. Landing weight 61.5. Flap 3. No problem. Okay, let's fill in the approach page then. QNH 1014. Temperature 20 degrees. Lovely. Wind 180 at 5. And config 3 landing. Grab the minimums for the runway as well. One 667. FIFA, is it because the weather's not accurate? So, do you know, it's not so much that. I just don't think Microsoft Flight Simulator's default weather does a bad thing anyway. And Active Sky just means I'm running an extra program, which I don't need to run. So, yeah, it's something that I personally don't think is needed. Okay, so let's have a look at this arrival then and brief it. So I've got no concerns with the weather. That's fine. Winds were 180, so it's actually a crosswind from the right as we're coming in, but it's only light winds, so it'll be fine. We're expecting this transition then, the RNAV transition from Rockhill. I would imagine if we get below the profile when we fly, just because the ATC are on, so they might give us a little shortcut, and I don't want to be left too high. If we can get the shortcut in, it means we land sooner, save fuel, and get done quicker. So there we are. That's our plan. Although it is busy, so we might end up doing the full transition, in which case, whatever. So that's fine. Anything on here to note? Don't think so. MSA is we're coming in 37. We will call that out because we've got no GPWS, so that's going to be important for us as well. Let's have a look at the actual approach then. Done Munich a couple of times. So platform altitude is 5,000 feet. Normal 3 degree ILS. That's fine. And the go round is a left turn, 1900 feet. Hold at MIC 5,000 feet. That's fine. So go around altitude and platform altitude 5,000 feet, both the same. Alright, it's nothing out of the ordinary there. Have a quick look at Munich. So as we arrive, we'll probably look to get off at Alpha 8 or Alpha 10. And then we taxi on to November, and ATC will tell us where to go. So that's vacating to the right, and then second right again. Okay, nothing on there that we need to worry about. Alright, so it all seems pretty straightforward. So any threats, things we need to talk about. The biggest thing is just the ground proximity warning system. So because we don't have monitoring for that, we're going to call out the MSAs. We're going to be very careful of the ILS, things like getting below the glide slope. We lose all those calls, that kind of stuff. The weather's good today, so it's not going to be that much of an issue, but just worth mentioning, so that our situational awareness is enhanced compared to normal. Now the flight plan, the box is all set up. The RadNav page, we can pop in. There's a Munich VOR, I think. Yes, Delta Mike November. We'll pop that in there. 132 miles away. There we go. India Mike November Echo is our ILS frequency, and we will pop in MIQ, which is an NDB. This is where we're going to hold if we need to. Worth just noting as well, the initial call is just the call sign only, nothing else. That's on approach. Sorry, that's on when we're calling tower. So that's fine. Echo Delta Delta Mike 08 left. Echo Delta Delta Mike 08 left. And we'll pop in 15-mile radius there, and that's the 5,000 feet range for picking up the glide slope. Page is all filled in. Secondary flight plan, copy active, but then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to change this just in case, and we're going to go 08 right. In case they want on 08 right for whatever reason. But the actual approach to it is still the same. But it just means that we've got that in the box should we need it. And just so we are happy, let's just pull up the chart for 08 right in case they throw us on there. See if there's any difference. So 5,000 feet, that's still the same. Still 3 degree glide, that's fine. A little bit of terrain to the south as well, just see that on that chart. Should be fine though. And if we're going around on 08 right, it's still 5,000 feet ground altitude, it's a right turn, and we will hold at Ottsburg. Fine. How do we know what time to be? I expect to be on the ground. Down here. 16:11 UTC, which is... that's actually about half an hour. Quick 08 says we'll go to November 1 to April 1. Local knowledge. If that is indeed the case, then yeah, Alpha 8, 10, 12 if needed for whatever reason. Then November, all the way to April 1. Via November 1. Roger says, arrived in Germany last night, had pizza today with herbs in the crust. We enjoy the oven-warmed dildo in the middle of the town square. That sounds awesome. Crispy, where do you look at the minimums on the chart? They are down at the bottom. So, if you're doing a manual landing, which is what we are, then you pop into the Barrow page on here. Oh, hang on, where's it gone? 1667, just there. If you're doing a manual landing, you pop into the an auto land on the radio page. Then you put in the numbers in the numbers in the box. However, you wouldn't do an auto land on this one because it's only a Cat 1 runway. It's a lot easier to explain in a video, and I've got a video on the channel on YouTube explaining about approach minimums and what to use, etc. So if you want to check that out, that will hopefully answer all the questions in a bit more detail. So I'm just having a look. We've only got Munich Tower online, I think. So if there's no ATC around and there's no other aircraft around, then we'll do Rockhill, then towards DM412, and once we've got down, we'll do a little direct and short ourselves out, which is fine. Quirks, it'll be Mike because November is closed between Alpha 6 and Alpha 4. Who is it? So, oh, fair enough. In that case, we're taking the first right after we've vacated onto Mike. Was that in the note terms? It probably was. Didn't read them. Taxiway is closed. Taxiway Bravo. Taxiway Charlie. November 2, November. Alpha 6 close to work. I expect delays due to change taxi procedures and physical construction site. Fair enough. That's why you should always read the notes. Mads, I do still use SkyDolly. Yep. I do indeed. Jay, what do I think about Inable's A320 version 2 not having terrain on the navigation display? Really? I've not checked that out. Organ Aviators is literally purchasing the Geneva scenery right now. The thing is, particularly for like doing EasyJet flights, it's almost a must-have because EasyJet fly to Geneva so much. They've got a massive base there. Hey, old Navis says she'll be there well in time for kickoff. Well, I hope so. All the German air traffic controllers, though, they're all logging off now, aren't they? to go and enjoy the pre-game atmosphere. Once I've done this, I'm going to sort food out for the kids, cook our tea, probably get the girls in bed, then me and my lad will watch the opening match. Hey, Bert says just joined the Discord server, started EasyJet crew on the flight sim, going to Barcelona from Luton. 2 great airports and a nice flight. Barcelona is a great airport to get into as well. Straightforward, shouldn't be anything daft happening there. Well, Organ, the great thing about Geneva is that approach as well. It doesn't matter which which runway you're going into, both approaches look stunning. And Geneva is also a really good airport for practicing abnormal procedures on takeoff, like engine failures. An engine failure out of Geneva is just yeah, that is something that the real pilots have to practice, because there's so much terrain around it. Get it wrong and you could be in trouble. Okay, top of descent is about there, and we're going to start that descent then. So we'll get down flight level 200, and as I say, we are going to drop below the profile so that we can get it in and not have to fly the full SID. Superboy says it's not tea, it's dinner. It's tea. I had dinner 3 hours ago. Landing Mission says he loves it lives near Geneva. Must have some gorgeous views. Okay, 200 blue, down we go. No, Terminator, thank you for the follow. And Superboy306 as well, thanks for following too. Good to see you guys. Okay, we're going to pull speed, wind that up to 70, and that'll help get us down a little bit quicker as well. Alexandra, what do I do when cruising? Talk to you guys. About anything we want.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting our descent. Please follow the instructions of the cabin crew as we prepare for landing. Thank you.
Jay, what about in real life? Keep an eye on en route weathers, listen to air traffic control. Think about the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens?
Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard from our captain, we are starting our descent. Please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened and your seat back and tray table are in the upright position. We will collect any remaining service items in a few minutes. Thank you.
Of course, to really make time go fast, you can read the Ofcom. Company notes. Pilots also have airport briefs as well, so read through things so there's no surprises when they get there. NOTAMs, all that stuff. Oh, Nick, good shout. Innobuilds have got a 30% off sale. If you use the link that Nick's just posted as well, you also greatly support the channel as well, guys. So thank you so much for that, Nick. Brian, that announcement was automatic. Yes, I didn't do that. It was not me. Marino says Geneva's his home base, but not a colleague. Fair enough. Geneva's just gorgeous. Right, I'm going to wind that speed up and get down. Can't see any air traffic ahead of us, so... we've got a tower frequency on there, 118705. Organ, if I said that, that's my apologies. It should have been that it doesn't expire until you use it. It's basically an endless one, but it is a one-time use, but there's no expiration date to it. Oh, 18705, and ground frequency is 12171. Jay, when do I think the A320X, not the A320X, the A380 will be released from Fly-by-Wire? I've stopped guessing. I heard a rumour the other day they were waiting until Flight Sim 24 was released. It is a rumour though, it's not something I can say for certain. I literally know as much as you guys, I'm afraid. Yeah, Organ, apologies for that, mate, but we will be getting more codes in the future, so there will be more opportunities. Okay, track mileage to run, what we got? 77. Of course, that's if we fly the full thing. Okay, we're going to fly direct now to Delta Mike 420, which is behind us. So that is, if we have a look on here, we've just passed DM 411 and we're going back towards 420, and then we'll line up for the ILS. And let's continue that descent down. Thrust idle descent, 100 blue. Saffron, we are on VATSIM, yeah. Transition altitude here as well is 5,000 feet.
Lufthansa 8 Charlie Juliet, taxi, entry November 4 via November.
Entry November 4 via November, Lufthansa 8 Charlie Juliet.
Well, the captain called the weather right, didn't he? Right at the start of the flight. Said it was nice and sunny in Munich. It looks beautiful. Clayware, should you buy the Phoenix A320? You currently use the Innobuilds one. I'll say the same to you as I do anybody who asks about the fly-by-wire, and that is, if you like the A320, if you liked the Innobuilds A320, if you like the fly-by-wire A320, then you will absolutely love the Phoenix A320. And that is a gorgeous view of Munich, look. There we go. That's our destination. And we will be landing on this runway. Looks like we've got a departure down there as well. Oh no, it's not. It's a smudge on the windscreen. Looks like a Zeppelin.
This is A Charlie Juliet, contact apron 11710, ciao.
Just because we've been quite fast during that turn, you'll see that we're not quite, so we should be parallel to the runway. We're not, because we've overshot it because we were quite fast through the turn. No speed restrictions though on the start. So we are just now in heading mode to tweak that a little bit. Hey, Talon Aviation. Clayware, I've not tried to auto-land the Innobuilds aircraft. I'm not sure if it works. But in order to set up for an auto-land, there are videos on the channel explaining about how to auto-land, so might be worth checking that out if need be. As a gaming, will GSX work with Flight Sim 24? No idea. Will we need it? Maybe not. Maybe not. Right, I actually think we might need to become on Unicom, because I think we might have some aircraft around us. Yeah, we'll just see a look. And we've got one just there as well. Okay, so we'll now go back towards Delta Mike 420. So that's nav. Start slowing the aircraft down as well. Speed 250. Got our landing lights on. India Mike November Echo is identified. And we're going to get down to 5,000 feet. Local QNH is 1014. Hey, Microsoft Flight Sim Pilot 23, thanks for the follow. Clayware, the QNH is the pressure setting, that's right. Munich traffic easy 47 Hotel November, currently 15 miles out at the to the northwest, passing flight level 100 direct to the Delta Mike 420. We'll be making a left turn to intercept the ILS runway 08 left, and we'll be making that turn before Delta Mike 420. Let's push for managed speed and get ourselves down. Jay, do EasyJet have any other airplanes other than the A320 family? No, they don't. Tell you what, should we activate the approach phase and actually start slowing down? Okay, approach checklist. Bar F QNH is 1014, seatbelt signs are on, minimums are 1667, auto brake low, and EFB is stowed. Okay, heading mode, left turn. Just vectoring ourselves now for the ILS. And direct maggot. Still got the anti-ice on through this cloud layer. 23 miles out. And VS 700. Munich traffic easy 47 Hotel November. We're establishing ILS 06 left, 21 miles. Munich Tower, good afternoon, easy 47 Hotel November. Inbound maggot for the ILS, and we are currently 20 track miles to run.
Easy 47 Hotel November, München Tower, good afternoon, continue approach.
Continue approach, easy 47 Hotel November. And that's going to work perfect for us. We'll intercept the glide slope just here, platform altitude 5,000 feet, that's fine. Need to start configuring then, so flaps 1, speeds checked, flaps 1. And we've got alt, glide slope, lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. Sergio, no map enhancement now, this is all default. Temperature's warmed up. Don't need that.
65 Charlie, I guess you are too high.
That's Alt Star. I just need to come around to the right to intercept that localizer. Okay, glide slope capture from above might be needed, so just remind ourselves of that. Oh, maybe not. If we do, it's flaps 2.
Munich, speedbird 65 Charlie going around.
Wind the VS.
Altitude
Altitude above our current altitude.
You are too high.
But there we go, Lockstar, that's fine, we're good.
As published for runway 08 left, switch to Unicom and contact me again when you're on final, 08 left.
Follow Mr. Approach procedure and contact Unicom 122.8, speedbird 65 Charlie.
Hey Shelov, says the VLS is really high. No, we were still 12 miles out, we were just capturing it. Although 142, just double checking. Yeah, that's fine. 142, 137. Although it does seem a bit high now you mention it. We're not that heavy. 61.5 ton to land. And flaps 2, speed checked. Flaps 2. Oh, sorry. When we were clean, I wasn't even looking at that, to be honest. I was just going through grad slope from above procedure in case I needed it. Thankfully, we didn't. Jay, when you put the gear down, I normally do about between 5-6 miles. Double check. Overhead sorted. Yeah. Reminder, we've got the GPWS fault, so keep an eye on the glide slope. No call out if we start to sink below that. Red altimeter alive. Okay, gear down. Spoilers armed. All the lights on.
München Tower, you're moving 223 at localizer 26 left. 08 left.
Manage the speed. Flaps 3, speed checked. Flaps 3.
Good evening, continue approach.
That was a bit close.
Switch down to Route 7 November with 1 for runway 0 left.
Take your seats for landing.
Blocked.
EC47 Hotel November, clear to land, runway 08 left, wind 160 degrees, 4 knots.
Clear to land, 08 left, easy, 47 Hotel November. Landing checklist, come secured, go around altitudes 5,000 feet, set eco landing globally.
Uniform establish on island, approach on 08, right?
So 1 Foxtrot uniform, München Tower, good evening, wind 160 degrees, 4 knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
Runway 08 right, clear to land, Lufthansa 1 Foxtrot uniform.
Don't come to Munich enough. 1,000 feet. What did he say the wind was? 180 at 6. That's going to spin round then. We'll be aware of that. Something Microsoft Flight Simulator actually does very well. Look, here it goes. Tailwind, and then it'll become a wind from the right in a moment. There it goes, look. Now get back on that centre line. Okay, stable. Three whites.
München Tower, hallo, die Condor 78 und November 1.
Condor 718, München Tower, good evening, taxi
Continue.
0.08 left via November Alpha 3.
50, 40, 30.
Taxi to holding point runway 08 left via November and Alpha 3, Condor 78.
So just to confirm, your command is Condor 7.
Spoilers. Reverse. Decel.
Kannst du mir das ganz kurz auf Deutsch sagen, bitte?
Ja, dein Callsign ist
Reverse
nicht
off.
78, sondern 718.
Manual brakes.
Correction, Condor 78. Sorry.
Alles gut.
Then we want our first right.
Lufthansa 1 Foxtrot, uniform, welcome to Munich, taxi to entry Sierra 8 via Tango and Bravo 12.
Tango Bravo 12 to entry Sierra 8, Lufthansa 1 Foxtrot uniform.
Check out.
EC47 Hotel November, welcome to Munich, taxi via Mike, hold short of Alpha 4.
Taxi Mike, hold short Alpha 4, easy 47 Hotel November.
And 47 Hotel November,
Welcome to Munich.
just because of
Please
right on
remain
Mike.
seated with
Right
your
on Mike,
seatbelt
and hold short
fastened
Alpha
until the
4.
aircraft has come to a complete
Right
stop.
on Mike
When the
and
seatbelt
short of
sign
Alpha
has been
4,
turned
easy
off,
47 Hotel
Please
November.
make sure you have all your personal belongings with you before you leave the aircraft. On behalf of the crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today. We hope you had a pleasant
Eurowings
flight and we
223,
look
wind
forward to
160
welcoming
degrees
you
for
on
north,
board
runway
again
0
soon.
left to land.
Clear to land, 08 left.
Clean my aircraft up.
München Tower, schönen guten Tag. Condor 3 Tango Bravo, November 3.
Condor 3 Tango Bravo, München Tower, Servus, taxi to holding point 08 left.
APU started.
Via Alpha 9er, Mike and Alpha 3 give way the EasyJet from right to left on Mike.
Condor 3 Tango Bravo is 16 to holding point 08 left via Alpha 9er, Mike, Alpha 3, and we give the way to the EasyJet on Mike. Condor 3 Tango Bravo.
Mark says he's reading the comments, wondering what's going on, realises the stream's rewound 15 minutes. Jay, why do you start the APU after landing? Because then you can get to the gate and shut down the engines without the cabin being plunged into darkness. Of course, if the APU isn't working, then you shut down engine 2, let the ground crew know that they'll need to connect it still while engine 1's running, and just be cautious of that, obviously. And then once you've got some ground power, then you shut down those engines. Hey, Si.
Condor 718 behind, landing Eurowings, line up 08 left behind.
Nina, the cabin announcements are from Cabby, yeah, still getting used to those.
Wait for behind landing aircraft, line up runway 08 left and wait behind.
So this is Munich version 2, link in the comments down below.
Lufthansa 1 Foxtrot uniform, entry Sierra 8.
That's Alpha 9.
Lufthansa 1 Foxtrot for uniform.
So it should be our next left. Alexander says that his airliner gets the GPU connected before engine shuts off. Really? Okay.
Easy 47 Hotel November, continue via Mike, and Alpha 4 to entry November 1.
Continue via Mike and Alpha 4 to entry November 1, easy 47 Hotel November.
München Tower, Service Flight 316, Sierra 5.
That's 316, München Tower, Service, taxi holding point 08 right, via Sierra and Bravo 3.
Taxi to holding point.
See, what we will be doing is we will wait till this says 3 minutes. Just keep an eye on our speed.
718, wind 160 degrees 7 knots, runway 08 left.
That's Alpha 6.
Clear for takeoff, runway 08 left. Condor 718.
And
Eurowings 223, welcome.
yeah, once that's been running 3 minutes, then I'll shut down engine 2.
Entry November 1 via Mike and Alpha 4.
Right on Mike for entry November 1.
And Alexander is right as well, yes, we do start engine 1 first. Because we're so used to doing single engine taxis.
47 Hotel November, contact apron on 121 decimal 780. Bye-bye.
12178, thanks for the service, EZ47 Hotel November. Bye-bye. And this is where you need a second pilot, just to do the comms. Munich ground, good afternoon, EZ47 Hotel November, entry November 1. Wrong frequency.
München Tower, good evening, continue approach.
Try again.
Alpha 5 Hotel Juliet, München Apron, grüß Gott, November correct, cleared room for Ticino, via Tourist 6 Echo departure, runway 08 climb by set to flight level 7, slow score 1000.
Salab approved, cleared room.
Hey Aaron.
Tourist 6 Echo departure, runway 08, flight en route, climb by set, flight level 70, and score 1000, Lufthansa 5 Hotel Juliet.
Feedback correct.
Ground EZ47 Hotel November, November 1.
EZ47 Hotel November, München Apron, hello, taxi to stand 111 Alpha, by Whiskey 1, Charlie 3.
111 Alpha via Whiskey 1 Charlie 3, EZ47 Hotel November. Quick look at the charts, see where that is. Okay. So, first left. We can disregard that. So it's not that page.
On 151, contact tower on 118.705 cruise.
I hate this menu with a passion, because you can't go back, you have to reload it. Oh, we've taken a wrong turn. Oh dear. We turned too soon. Well lost.
EZ47 Hotel November, wrong taxiway.
Yeah.
EZ47 Hotel November, hold position.
Wilco, apologies for turning too soon. But yeah, we'll hold here and then just expect taxi back November 2, November 1.
Roger, I'll call you for that. Eurowings 223 taxi.
We now need an emoji for lost. Where's nearly at London? Oh man, it was all going so well.
Eurowings 223 taxi to stand 115 Alpha via Whiskey 1 Charlie 3 Echo 1 Orange Land.
Set 115.
I thought it was our first left. I was zoomed in on the chart looking for it.
Echo 1.
Just here, and I thought, I'm coming down Whiskey 1, it's that next left.
Confirm Echo 1 Orange.
No, it's not.
Echo 1
We went up there by mistake.
EZ47 Hotel November, yeah, continue as set, taxi via November 2, November, back to entry November 1.
November 2, November 1, and then continue Whiskey 1, that's to park, thank you. EZ47 Hotel November. Right, well, we'll do the right thing and save some fuel. DC said the lads are now going to be late for the match. They're not, DC. They've got 2 hours, 50 minutes, something like that. 40 minutes. We're just taking them on the scenic route. You guys wanted to check out the scenery at Munich Airport, right? Look, Nick, there's a bridge. Don't fall off it. Chris says, is there a possible stream tomorrow or on Tuesday? There's definitely no. This will be our last stream until Monday at the earliest. Because I'm busy all day tomorrow. Sunday I would stream in the evening, but England are playing, so I'll be watching that. So yes, we'll be back sort of Monday, Tuesday next week. Organ, how long did it take me to make the stream intro? Oh, I've got no idea. Hopefully long enough that it was worth it. What a gorgeous evening here in Munich. It was about 20 degrees as well. 21.
Und tschüss. Schönen Tag, der ciao.
Greetings and Gavin.
And stand 111. It was 111 Alpha as well, wasn't it? Taxi lights off. Hopefully the fans will forgive me for being a little bit late, but yeah, here we are. Better late than never. They won't miss the match. I must not have got a GSX profile set up for this airport. There we go. Beautiful. Parking brake is on. APU is up and running. APU bleed on. And engine 1 shut down. Wait till that drops below 10. Get the beacon light off. Then the ground crew can come do their thing. That beacon light is off. And let deboarding commence. External power. Yeah, we'll have some of that, please. APU can now come off. Job done.
That's 5 Hotel Juliet, ready for pushback.
That's 5 Hotel Juliet.
Lovely, everybody's here, all in time for the match. So, just to finish off then, guys, I'd love to know, I think I know what the answer is going to be to this, but just type it to the chat. Who's going to win tonight? Germany or Scotland? Who is it going to be? Let me know in the comments what you think. Jay says he's glad he caught the stream because he missed all before this. Well, I'm glad you caught the stream as well then. A380 captain says Germany all day long. J Germany. Andy Germany. Should have done a poll on this during the flight, didn't we? But yeah. Carl, also Germany. Rocks Germany. Does anybody think Scotland have got a chance of winning this? Just like a fluke, maybe? A one-off? Possibly. Who knows? Fruitbat says Germany, odds are even. Is that right? I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Well, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on our flight that we did eventually manage to do. Second time round, second time lucky. We tried to do this flight yesterday, but the servers didn't want to play ball, did they? And crash the desktops were there. So I think that is how our flights are going to roll then for the next few days. We're going to be flying a lot to our German airports as we ferry passengers around for the Euros. Really looking forward to that as well. Thank you so much for your support this week, everybody. I know we've only had one live stream, but I'm going to try and get more in as time allows. A massive thanks to our EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members, as always, for your amazing support. To our mods as well. A huge shout out to the mods who are doing awesome work at the moment in developing the channel, and lots of new emojis. Discord servers going to be getting a huge update and overhaul as well, so massive shout out to you guys as well. Remember, you can get all the German scenery available from the Contrail store. If you haven't used that discount code yet, then make sure you use it. Get yourself some money off as well. Last stream for me this week, as we're busy for the weekend and watching England, of course, on Sunday night. So I will see you all on, well, I can't say exactly when, but it will, of course, be next week. Whatever you're doing this weekend, watching football or not, have a great weekend. I'll see you on very, very soon. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.